Right here, right now, watching the world wake up from history.
Good morning, world. I'm Ray, and this is the Reels Today for September 2024.
Today, the ugly truth about organized religion.
Does anybody else find it really wild that people think churches do good things for a community? Don't get me wrong, I understand that there's food banks and whatnot that some churches run. But by the numbers, there's 330,000 churches in America and less than 600,000 homeless people. That literally means that if every church in America took in 2 homeless people, we would run out of homeless people and we'd still have like 30,000 churches left. That's insane. And I've noticed that every pastor or reverend or priest I've ever met drives like a BMW or a Mercedes and lives in like a $500,000 to $1 million house, while right down the street from their $1 million house there's probably a homeless encampment with a bunch of homeless people in it. And these are the people who take in billions and billions of dollars tax-free in America so that the priest or the reverend or whatever can live in his really nice house and talk about down to his congregation about how ungodly they are. When I've read your little Bible, and there's one thing that Jesus said that I think all Christians seem to forget. It's easier for a camel to fit through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to get into heaven. Yet all these people go to church and get their sermons from a rich guy.
In the year 1684, the Vatican removed 14 books from the Bible. There were originally 80 books in the Bible when it was translated from Latin to English back in 1611. These days there are only 66. The missing books are known as the Apocrypha, which in Greek means hidden. The missing books include Esdras, Tobit, Judith, the Wisdom of Solomon, the Songs of the Three Holy Children, Bel and the Dragon, Maccabees, and the Prayer for Manasseh. Even stranger is that Jesus' name was spelled Iesus before these 14 books were removed. Some say the contents of the books didn't fit in with the Roman Catholic Church's narrative, so they were removed. But there is no real answer. But for whatever reason, the Catholic Church chose to remove them from the Bible.
The Bible was written by a Satanist? What the actual? The Bible was written by King James, a known pedophile. And believe it or not, the Bible was not his most famous book. His most famous texts are actually Satanist books. That would, for me, be like, hold up, I need to go and look for some other research and other texts that are actually more in alignment with what I'm actually about. If you're anti-devil and you're getting all of your information and your guidance from a book that was written by a devil worshipper, that to me is the devil's work. Well, what am I supposed to look at? Great question. If you followed Jesus, why wouldn't you look at what Jesus studied? Because Jesus was a known Essene, and the Essenes have their own book. Of course, their ancient scripture would be called the Gospel of Peace. It wouldn't be called the Bible, wouldn't be called Christianity. Of course, it'd be about what Jesus believed in most. Peace.
When I give 10% to the church, where is it going?
It takes a lot of money to do what?
Brad asked a great question, and it's one we should all ask. Where does all that money go that's donated? Taken from the top, $890 billion is donated annually to the Western Christian Church. Of that money, 44% goes to salaries, 6% leaves the institutional walls for outside purposes such as missions, and 6% is stolen internally by church staff. The pastor he's referring to in this video is Kenneth Copeland. Kenneth Copeland, according to Forbes, has a net worth of over $750 million. Flies a very nice private jet, makes around $50 million a year, and has an 18,000 square foot home that should have a tax bill of $150,000, but he doesn't have to pay taxes on it because that home is in the name of the church.
In the end, you're going to see clear to who and what you are and what you're here to do. Now, you're going to make some mistakes along the way, everybody does. If you just open up your heart and open up your mind, you get it.
Who are you?
Just a friend, brother. Just a really good friend.
I'm Ray. That's the Reels Today. Thanks for watching. See you again next time. I'm Ray. That's the Reels today. Thanks for watching. See you again next time.